recent years, a startling phenomenon has emerged in the world of medicine: the appearance of so-called white clots, also known as embalmers' clots. These unusual formations have never been documented before in medical history. Despite their growing prevalence, mainstream media and official healthcare sources remain largely silent. First isolated cases appeared in 2020, but by 2021, reports began to rise exponentially, affecting people of all ages, including children. This video will explore what these white clots are, how they were discovered, and why their existence is causing concern among professionals and the public alike. First people to bring attention to these mysterious clots were embalmers. As they performed their routine work, they began to notice strange, fibrous, white structures in the bodies they prepared. These findings were so unusual that seasoned professionals with decades of experience were alarmed. Unlike typical blood clots, these were white, rubbery, and could reach lengths of up to 2 feet. Their presence often complicated the embalming process, sometimes blocking veins and making it difficult to drain blood. Embalmers, less constrained by medical hierarchies, were among the first to speak out, despite the risks. Early 2022, the public began to learn about white clots when embalmers went public with their findings. The release of the documentary, Died Suddenly, and coverage by alternative media brought the issue into the spotlight. Despite this, official agencies and research institutions showed little interest in investigating the phenomenon. Funeral industry professionals remained hesitant to discuss the dramatic changes they were witnessing, but the evidence continued to mount. It soon became clear that these white clots were not limited to the deceased. Healthcare professionals began finding them in living patients, particularly during surgeries and procedures in Cath labs. Some clots were removed from patients' lungs, and reports suggested that these cases had been quietly increasing for several years. However, many professionals remained reluctant to speak out, fearing professional repercussions. Embalmers play a crucial role in preserving bodies for funerals by draining blood and removing clots. With the rise of white clots, their work has become more challenging. These clots often block veins, making the process difficult and sometimes impossible. Many embalmers have reported finding these clots in a significant percentage of bodies, a drastic change from previous years. Their willingness to share their experiences has been vital in bringing this issue to light. In 2024, Dr. John Campbell and Thomas Haviland conducted a survey among 269 embalmers across the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. The results were striking. Up to 30% of bodies showed evidence of these new clots. Other embalmers, like John O'Looney and Richard Hirschman, confirmed similar findings, with some reporting clots in as many as 50% of cases. These clots are typically long, white, and fibrous, and are often found in arteries, a rare location for traditional blood clots. Richard Hirschman, a trade embalmer from Alabama, has been one of the most vocal professionals on this topic. He travels between funeral homes and has observed these clots in up to half of the bodies he works with. Hirschman's social media posts and interviews have reached millions, further raising awareness. The clots vary in size and number, sometimes appearing as small strings, other times as massive, lengthy formations. Mid-2024, a few brave healthcare workers began to speak out. An anonymous Cath lab worker in the US revealed that they were treating several patients each week with these clots, most of whom had received the COVID-19 vaccine. The clots were described as extremely strong and elastic, sometimes resisting even forceful attempts to break them. These professionals, with decades of experience, had never seen anything like this before. Late 2024 and into 2025, independent scientists began to study the composition of these clots. Research groups like Solution of Scientists International and scientists such as Kevin McCairn and Kevin McKernan used advanced methods to analyze the clots. Their findings revealed that these clots are not made of typical blood components. Instead, they contain unusual elements, including metals commonly found in electronics, raising even more questions about their origin and impact. June 2025, the Tennessee Funeral Directors Association publicly acknowledged the reality and prevalence of white clots. During their annual meeting, a majority of embalmers confirmed seeing these clots in their work. This marked a significant step toward official recognition, even as government agencies and mainstream medical organizations remained largely silent. Mike Adams, a laboratory scientist, conducted detailed elemental analysis of the clots. His findings showed that the clots lacked key elements found in normal blood, such as magnesium, potassium, and iron. Instead, they contained higher levels of metals like tin, sodium, and aluminum, elements used in electronics and machinery. This suggests that these clots are fundamentally different from any previously known biological structures. One of the most alarming discoveries is that these clots appear to be self-assembling. Over time, they grow larger, accumulating conductive metals from the blood. As they expand, they can eventually block arteries, leading to sudden death or the need for amputations. Their density and composition make them difficult to detect with standard imaging techniques, which may explain why they often go unnoticed until it's too late. Despite the growing evidence, mainstream media has largely avoided the topic of white clots. Only a handful of outlets, such as GB News and NTD News, have reported on the phenomenon. In many countries, including Finland, attempts to alert the media have been met with silence. This lack of coverage has contributed to the ongoing mystery and public confusion surrounding the issue. Further analysis has revealed even more complexity. Some researchers have found traces of graphene oxide, parasites, and even genetically modified organisms like Hydra in vaccine samples. These findings suggest that the issue may extend beyond simple clotting, involving advanced biotechnology and genetic engineering. The implications for human health and genetics are profound and still not fully understood. As the evidence continues to grow, the need for transparency and further research becomes ever more urgent. The phenomenon of white clots raises critical questions about public health, medical ethics, and the role of new technologies in our bodies. Only through open investigation and honest discussion can we hope to understand and address this silent medical crisis.
Welcome! Today I'll show you exactly how to join Beautique and make your first purchase. I'll guide you through every step, from choosing your account type to completing your order. Start by opening the main menu to explore our mission and the products section. You can join as a customer for rewards or as a member to start your own business. The sign-up form is straightforward. Just enter your contact details and shipping information. Members will also provide a few extra details to set up their independent distributorship. Once registered, browse our full catalog and select the high-quality products you'd like to try. Once logged in, simply find your favorite products, add them to your cart, and click Checkout Now to complete your order. You're now ready to start your journey with Beautique. We're excited to have you with us.